So we are trying to figure out how we can form this optimal tree. And we were saying that we'd like to try this exchange trick. And it was not really clear what we can exchange in a given binary tree. Right? So we have this binary tree. Um, in this case, what we will be exchanging will be, in fact, will be subtrees of this um, binary tree. Okay. So let's say we have, this is some binary tree T, and so let's say over here there is some subtree here. Let's call it T1, and let's say the root of T1 is at a depth, some depth h, right, from this root of T up here. Okay, so that depth is h, and then let's say there is another subtree down here. Okay, let's call this T2, and this is at a depth h dash. Okay, so what we are saying, h dash is the same thing. It's the distance from the root till the root of T2. Okay, that depth is h dash. Okay, so let it be clear what h and h dash are. Okay. Now what we'll try to do is we'll try and exchange this T1 and T2. Okay. So what we will basically try and form is, given this tree, we will just swap out the positions of T1 and T2. So at depth h, there is now T2, and at depth h dash, there is T1. Okay. We'll form this new tree, just give it some name, let's say T new, and it is exactly the same as the tree T, except for these two subtrees T1 and T2, which are exchanged. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll consider the cost of this tree T. Right? We'll calculate what its cost is, and we'll calculate the cost of this tree T new. Okay. And we'll see how the cost changes by doing this exchange. Okay. Does the cost increase? Does it decrease? Does it remain the same? So we'll see how this cost changes by doing this exchange, and maybe that will give us an idea, a hint of how to construct our optimal tree. Okay, so that's the hope. Okay, so in order to do this, to compute this cost, let's define this frequencies, what we'll call as. So we'll define the frequency of a subtree. Of a subtree. So let's say for example, let's define the frequency of T1. Okay, the subtree T1 is to be the sum of all the frequencies I'll just say sum of the frequencies, right? Sum of the frequencies of all the symbols, okay, or of all the leaf nodes in that subtree T1. Okay. So for example, in T1, we look at all the leaf nodes, right? And all those leaf nodes are symbols, right? We've said that the symbols will occur only at leaf positions in the tree. Okay. and each symbol has a certain frequency. So to compute the frequency of this subtree T1, we look at all the symbols which are leaves of T1 and sum of their frequencies. Okay, if I want to formally write this down, I could say something like this. It's sum of all the frequencies of symbol, let's say S1, where S1 is the symbol belongs to this subtree T1. Okay. I can similarly define the frequency of the subtree T2 is the sum of all the frequencies of all the leaf nodes in T2. Okay, and that would again be sum of all symbols S2 in T2, right? Sum of all frequencies S2 in T2, F of S2. Frequency of the symbol, all the symbols in T2, I'll add up the frequencies, and that is the frequency. Okay. So now, to compute how the cost changes, let us assume that h is less than h dash, right? And let's say that the frequency of T1, which we just defined, let's say this is less than the frequency of T2. Okay, so let's say this is the scene, right? I have two subtrees T1 and T2 such that T1 is higher up, right? H is lower than H prime, and the sum of the frequencies of the leaves in T1 is less than the sum of the leaves of the frequencies in T2. Okay, now let's do this exchange that we talked about and see how the cost changes. Okay, so this is the picture we have, right? We have some tree T where T1 and T2 are some two subtrees of T, right? With these depths H and H prime, and we are just exchanging these two to get this new tree T new, right? Where T1 and T2 are exchanged. Okay? And we have these conditions here that H is less than H prime. So over here, T2 is lower, and the frequency of T2, which we defined earlier, is greater than the frequency of T1. Okay, everything else in the tree remains the same, right? It's only these two subtrees that we are exchanging. Everything else remains the same. So now how does the cost change? Okay, let us try and compute this quantity. Let's try and compute the change in cost. So let's compute the cost of T minus the cost of this T new. So clearly, since everything else in the tree is not changed other than T1 and T2, the change in cost will be only due to the cost contributed by the symbols in T1 and T2. Right? We only have to look at how these two subtrees contribute to the cost in T and how these two subtrees contribute to the cost in T new, because every other symbol's contribution would cancel off in this difference. Okay, so what is the contribution of the symbols in T1 and T2 to the cost of T? Well, it's simply if I look at first, let's look at this cost of T, the contribution of T1 and T2 to it. The contribution of the symbols in T1 is simply S1 in T1, right? Frequency of these symbols times I'll say the height. So I have to look at the frequency of a symbol here times the depth of the symbol in the tree T. right? So what is that going to be? That is going to be uh, this depth h plus the depth from the root of T1 to this leaf here. Okay? So that is h plus, I'll say, maybe the depth. I'll write this like this: depth of the symbol S1 in the tree T1. Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay. This second uh, quantity here is just representing this depth from the root of T1 till that symbol S1. Okay. So frequency times this height, and we are doing this for all the symbols in T1. Okay, and we do the same thing for the symbols in T2. So for all the symbols in T2, I have the frequency of that symbol times, now what's going to be, this term is going to be h dash plus the depth of the symbol S2 in the tree T2, right? If I look at some symbol here, its depth in T is basically this depth h dash plus the depth of that symbol in the tree T2. Right? So that is captured by this term here. Okay, so this is the contribution of the symbols in T1 and T2 to cost of T. Okay, so that is this. Okay, and now we can say the minus. Now we just have to similarly write out an expression for this. We have to capture the cost of the symbols in T2 and T1 to the cost of T new. Okay, so that is going to be a similar expression. So if I look at these symbols here, it's again simply going to be the symbols in T2. Okay, now what is the cost? What is the cost that these symbols contribute? It's simply their depth in T2 plus h, right? Now they are at a depth. These symbols here are at a depth of h plus the depth in T2. Okay, so frequencies of symbols, the symbol S2 times h plus the depth of the symbol in T2. Okay, and I'll have a similar expression for these leaves. The symbols S1 in T1, the frequency of the symbol times, now I will have h prime plus the depth of S1 in T1, right? Because these symbols here are now at a depth of h prime plus the depth of the symbol in T1. Yeah. Okay. So now what do you notice? Can you take some time and compute this? There's a lot of terms that will cancel out. What are we left with? I'll let you do the simplifications. So what we are actually finally left with is the sum of the symbols in T2, the frequency of the symbols in T2, minus the sum of the frequencies of the symbols in T1, S1, times h dash minus h. Okay. All right. So what do we know about this expression? Okay. We know that h dash is greater than h, right? We have said that in the assumption. H dash is greater than h. And what about this? Well, this is nothing but frequency of T2. This is frequency of T1, right? And we know that frequency of T2 is greater than the frequency of T1, right? So what can we observe? We observe that this product is positive, right? In other words, what we are saying is that the cost of T is greater than the cost of T nu. Okay, and that is a crucial observation. Okay. This is what is going to give us our algorithm that works, right? Why? What have we observed? We have observed that by doing this exchange here, right? If we had a scenario here where we have these subtrees T1 and T2 such that this holds, right? The frequency of T1 is less than the frequency of T2. I can just by doing this, exchanging these two subtrees, right? T2 and T1, I'll get a tree whose cost is lower, right? I would have reduced the cost and so have got a more optimal tree. Okay, and I can continue this process, right? Now I can maybe pick two subtrees in this T nu such that this condition holds and do another exchange and further reduce the cost and so on and on. Okay, so this is not actually how the algorithm will actually do it, but this gives us an idea that what we want basically is that the subtrees which have lower frequency should be lower in the tree, right? We want since we saw here frequency of T2 is higher, so we want that T2 comes higher up in the tree, right? And that would reduce the cost. Okay, so that's the idea in the algorithm. We try and start by pushing to the leaf subtrees which have the lowest frequency, and we recursively keep doing this. Okay. So this is the idea. The subtrees of lower frequency should be at the bottom of the tree. Okay. So what our algorithm will essentially do is, let's say we have our n symbols. So symbol 1, symbol 2, and so on. Symbol n minus 1, symbol n, and let's say the frequencies, right? Frequency 1, frequency 2, so on. Okay, and let's say we have numbered them such that they are in this order, right? Arrange them in decreasing order like this. Okay. So now what our algorithm is saying is, so notice that these, for each symbol, I have a node which I know they have to be leaves of the tree, right? We have discussed that all the symbols should be at the leaves, and leaves are also subtrees, right? So I can basically look at the two lowest subtrees, right? Lowest frequency. I can look at um, the leaves which have the lowest frequency and basically club them together and put them um, at the bottom of the tree, right? So I can do something like this in the next step. Right? So in the next step, over here, these two leaves have the lowest frequency. So what I would do is I would just put these two as n minus 1 and as n, these two of frequencies fn minus 1 and fn, I would just combine them together into one subtree, right? So over here, I would just say I would add up their fn minus 1 plus fn. Right? So at the root of the subtree, I will write the number which represents the frequency of that subtree. What is the frequency of the subtree? It was just the sum of the frequencies of the leaves in that subtree. So I just add these two up, and okay. And so I know that this Sn minus 1 and Sn, these have to be at the bottommost of the tree. Right? So I'll have to have this subtree here, and the remaining subtrees, I'll just keep them as they are for now. So S1, S2, S3, the remaining leaves, these remain as they are. Here I have Sn minus 2, right? And all this remains the same. You can see minus 2. Okay. Now in the next step, what do? It's not necessary that I combine these two. Right? It's not necessary that I combine this subtree and this subtree. I have to look at the two subtrees which have the least frequency, right? And pick them and make a subtree with those two subtrees, join those two subtrees, right? So maybe fn minus 1 plus fn, that results in a higher value. So maybe Sn minus 2 and Sn minus 3, these are the least subtrees. Least frequency subtrees, in which case I'll have to merge those two. Right? So in a high level, we can say what is happening in each step of the algorithm. So our algorithm, right, in a high level, I'll just draw it pictorially. What we have is at any given stage, we have some k subtrees, right? Some k number of subtrees. Okay. Initially, k would be n. We have n leaves, which are n subtrees. Okay, and so let's draw these k subtrees as T1, T2, right? Tk minus 1 and Tk, and let's say we have written them such that the frequency of T1 is greater than or equal to the frequency of T2, greater than or equal to, so on, right? So we have sorted them in decreasing order of their frequencies, right? Remember, the frequency of a subtree is the frequency, sum of the frequency of the leaves in that subtree. So we have these k subtrees, and at any given step, we have these k subtrees. And for the next step, right, in the next step, what we do is we just take the two subtrees which are the least frequencies. So it would be, in this picture, it would be these two subtrees which are the lowest two frequencies. We take those two and we combine them in this way, Tk minus 1 and Tk. Okay. And over here, I would just add the frequencies for this node. I could just label it with the sum of the frequencies of Tk minus 1 and Tk. And everything else remains as it is, right? I'll have T1, T2 up till Tk minus 2. Okay. Now this is not necessarily, this order here is not necessarily decreasing frequencies, because now I have this new subtree. In some sense, I'll have to place this new subtree in the right position in the amongst all the other trees. Okay. Depending on the value of this, I'll have to place it in the right place. And then I will end up with, after this step, I'll have now Tk minus 1 trees. Sorry, I'll have k minus 1 subtrees. Right? We reduce the number of subtrees by 1. And we repeat the process again and again.